February 17th, 2020. That was the date we adopted Bisquit. We immediately fell in love with him. However, Bisquit had some challenges that would come along with him. Bisquit was found wandering the streets of Winnipeg and was picked up by Animal Services, which is our city's equivalent of the dog catcher. Animal Services would normally keep the dogs they catch for adoption, but because of Bisquit's injuries, he was handed over to the Winnipeg Humane Society. No one came forward to claim Bisquit. He had no tattoo, no chip, no collar, and no identification. Bisquit was friendly. He knew how to sit and was house trained. He is a digger and an escape artist. He's also a pretty typical Husky, which means he's stubborn, doesn't listen, he's emotional, he talks back, and he has a tremendous amount of love to give. While I haven't included any graphic images, you can see from the shaved areas in the exposed skin where he was burned. There's some kind of chemical burn. The Winnipeg Humane Society fixed Bisquit up about 90% of the way before we adopted him, and they gave us a free vet checkup a few weeks after adoption to ensure the injuries had fully healed. The burns have completely healed, and they appear to not have left any mental effects for Bisquit, which is a fantastic thing. The challenge we do have now is he has a number of bald spots where his fur will never grow back. The burns are so intense they actually killed the hair follicles. So this does raise questions sometimes with people asking, why is he bald? Or where is his hair? And the answer is always the same. It's how we got him, and we love him no matter what. Not all pets look perfect. Bisquit wants to be that dog that shows the world that pets with issues can be loved and show just as much love as every other dog. You saw at the beginning of this section a nice image of where he started with his burns. And today, this is really all you can see for the most part. Most of the burns are well hidden by his harness or by his hair. This is typically all that people can see now. It's just that small part on his rear end. Bisquit was positive for Lyme disease when we adopted him. This means that he was bitten by a tick that was carrying Lyme disease before we got him. A few months after we had Bisquit, we noticed these small growths on his nose as seen in the picture. I did some research and then confirmed with his vet that this is called hyperkeratosis. This is a skin condition that he only has in his nose, but other dogs can also get it in their paw pads. It does not hurt and is quite treatable in Bisquit's case. Initial treatment was coconut oil spread on his nose. It's low cost and it's very safe for him to lick afterwards. Then dogs love the taste. Once it was under control, a daily dose of fish oil has kept it under control for months now, along with topical treatment of coconut oil. Meet Owen. Owen was adopted from the Winnipeg Humane Society, just like Bisquit was. Owen was born on December 19th, 2021, which makes him just a little over 2 years old at the time this video was made. He was found by a rescue organization in Northern Manitoba at Garden Hill Reserve with 2 broken hips at the very tender age of 2 months old. He was hit by a truck. Owen was found laying in a ditch waiting for his time. Being February, quite cold, the tip of Owen's tail had actually frozen off before he was found. Owen had been staying with the foster in Winnipeg for 6 months while he had his surgeries and recovery time. Owen has a bilateral femoral head ostectomy. I know that's a mouthful. Actually, it's FHO for short. So what is an FHO? A femoral head ostectomy is where the head of the femur, which looks like a ball that fits into the hip socket, is removed. The muscles of the leg first hold the femur in place, and over time, scar tissue will form to create something of a false joint. This gives the dog pain-free mobility. By the time Owen was just 9 months old, he had had 4 major surgeries. 1 for each femoral head ostectomy, 1 for pin removal, and then his neutering. Having been called Owen for 6 months since he was first placed with the foster, I felt it would not do him any favors to change his name. So welcome Owen. Now, if I was able to choose a name for him, his name actually would have been Gravy. Get it? Biscuits and gravy? Anyways, the Owen's foster mom and I do keep in touch. Owen gets to see her, and she gets to see him. We go and see at Christmas, and then usually once in the summer. And they have a wonderful time seeing each other, and we do some updates. And she actually does follow the channel here, so she can get to see Owen anytime.